El 22 de octubre de 2020, un joven de 18 años llamado Aaron Lawson fue interrogado por detectives luego de un violento ataque con arma de fuego. Las víctimas, dos adolescentes de la misma edad, Jennifer Broxson y su amiga Allison Dehanes, habían sido hospitalizadas con heridas graves. Ambas habían recibido disparos esa misma noche, y todos los indicios apuntaban a Aaron como el autor de los disparos. Tras su detención, Aaron fue conducido a una sala de interrogatorio. Los detectives decidieron quitarle las esposas y dejar la puerta entreabierta. Esta táctica, habitual en algunos casos, busca relajar al sospechoso para obtener más fácilmente información clave. Mientras esperaban la llegada de un segundo agente, el detective entabló una conversación trivial con Aaron. Hablaron de tatuajes, del padre de Aaron, incluso intercambiaron bromas livianas. El objetivo era claro: generar confianza. Aaron aseguró sentirse más cómodo una vez libre de las esposas. Parecía tranquilo e incluso pidió permiso para ir al baño, lo cual le fue concedido. Pero esa calma superficial ocultaba una historia mucho más oscura.
Who's that person?
Like I said, we had literally just met, so I want to say her name's Sadie. Anyways, I left there and the woman with the face tattoo texted me and said, "Hey, I'm heading back from the beach. If you want to hang out, we still can." And I said, "Yeah, sure, sounds good." So she got back from the beach and she was like, "Hey," she was like, "Where are you at?" I said, "I am by Whataburger, McDonald's, and Chick-fil-A by the Walmart." I don't normally visit Pace, but that's the some rough estimate of the location. So she was like, "Oh, could you grab me food?" And so I agreed. I bought her a number 15 with ranch, and I got her a Coke. I have the receipt in my driver's door, and so I also got I want to say taquito with bacon and the meal, so Coke as well. And so I got the food. She said, "All right, I'm almost home. I'll text you whenever I get here." I said, "All right, that sounds good." She said she, again, was coming back from Pensacola Beach. And roughly 15 minutes later, she texted me and said, "Hey, I'm ready for you to come pick me up." She sent me the street that she was on. It was about 7 minutes away from her. I drove to her. She said, "Hey, is it cool if my friend comes along?" That was the lady in the yellow hoodie. I don't know her name at all.
Let me pump the brakes for a second. You keep saying woman, you keep saying lady. Do you know how old these women are at this point?
No.
Okay. Looking at their pictures, could you take a guess at how old they are?
No.
Okay. They look like adults?
To me, yes.
Okay.
So, like I said, I continued on, and they both got in the back seat. The lady in the yellow hoodie sat in the if you're looking towards the back of the vehicle, the back right hand side, and the lady with the face tattoo behind me. I said, "Where to?" They told me to go to the boat dock. I didn't know where that was. They gave me directions exactly where to go. Throughout the ride, they made numerous comments on, "Oh, wow, this is a really nice car. What year is it? What make is it? What model?" All that good jazz. And at the time, I didn't think too much of it because that's a common comment I get whenever I'm, meeting people. And so I drive to the boat dock. I park there. I get out of the car, walk over here with them.
Did you pull around like you was facing to drive out, or pull in?
I pulled in. Front of the car's facing this way.
Okay.
We all get out. We go to the little pier, and we just hang out for a little bit. We're on our phones talking a little bit. They're asking what I'm like, questions about me, similar like, where do I go to school? How old am I and stuff like that. So eventually, my pain in my foot gets too much, and I need to go to the ER. So I say, hey, I need to go to the ER now. I'm sorry to cut it so short, but they're like,
were you saying that as an excuse, or were you saying because it was
truthfully was uncomfortable, mainly because they kept inquiring about my car, and honestly, whenever so we get in the car, I pull out back onto the highway, and I get maybe 30 seconds, like if I had to take a rough estimate, a third of a mile out. And then the girl with the face tattoo says, hey, I left my Juul charger, which, I was like, okay, I'll head back and we can grab it. She said she left it by the gazebo. So I pulled in a similar manner, more like this though, not completely in, more, I don't know how to say it, at a diagonal angle to the gazebo. And it's at this point that I'm like, okay, you can go get your charger. And they're like, okay, we need to be real with you. They say, quote unquote, we run a business. And at that point, my heart sinks because I felt very uncomfortable at that point.
Según su declaración, logró interponerse en la puerta del vehículo y se enfrentó a la joven con sudadera amarilla. Aseguró que, en medio de la lucha, escuchó cómo gritaban, «¡Consigue el arma!». Fue entonces cuando, en lo que describió como un acto de desesperación, comenzó a estrangularla para evitar que, supuestamente, alcanzaran un arma de fuego. Aaron dijo que en ese momento la joven con el tatuaje lo atacó con una pistola eléctrica, lo que provocó que buscara desesperadamente algún medio para defenderse. Contó que logró alcanzar un bastón extensible guardado en la guantera del coche, con el cual golpeó a las chicas. Dijo que su intención era apuntar a la cabeza para neutralizar el ataque. Según Aaron, cuando las jóvenes intentaban tomar el supuesto arma, se vio obligado a tomar la decisión que cambiaría todo. Afirmó que, tras varios golpes y forcejeos, la situación se volvió tan caótica que sacó el arma de su padre para protegerse, mientras una de ellas intentaba llegar a la guantera del asiento del copiloto. Aaron Lawson continuó explicando su versión de lo ocurrido, detallando con precisión cómo accedió a un arma que se encontraba dentro del vehículo. Según dijo, cuando observó a las chicas moverse con rapidez dentro...
I felt like what eventually did happen was about to happen. They told me that the girl in the yellow hoodie had a gun. They said it was a Glock 17.
Is this girl face tattoo or not?
No, not face tattoo. So she said she had a gun and that I needed to get out of the car, and I was scared, so I did. I took the keys out of the ignition, and she said, nope, leave the keys. And at that point, I was 100% sure that they were going to take my car. So they say, listen, back up, and we're going to be taking your car. I don't protest at that point because they say they have the gun. I go sit down at the bench, which is right about here. So they back up, pull out, back up, pull out that way. So the car is facing like this. I get on my phone to call you guys, and the face tattoo lady gets out and she puts her hand out and says, yeah, I'm gonna need your phone now. You can text your dad and you can send him your location, but we are taking your phone as well. And oh, actually, I forgot. whenever the car was still here and I was getting out, I asked the face tattoo lady if I could grab something from my vehicle because I have numerous important things in there to me, like the gun, and I was concerned that giving them another weapon would be overall bad for, you know. Anyways, I ask if I can grab something from the vehicle. They say no, get out, go away. I go here, I get on my phone to call you guys. The lady with the face tattoo goes to try and take my phone. At that point, I don't know what happened, but I decided that I needed to fight for my property, and I did not want to be a victim of this crime. So I engaged in a fist fight with the girl with the face tattoo. The girl in the yellow hoodie gets out of the car and yells, "Pepper spray him, close your eyes and pepper spray him." So at that point, I cover my eyes, I turn away, and I start running for my car. The girl in the yellow hoodie was closing the door. I put myself between the door and the car. I got on top of the girl in the yellow hoodie, and she was screaming, "Get the gun, get the gun." So at that point, I started strangling her because she was also fighting me and threatening me with lethal force. So the lady with the face tattoo comes up behind me and starts tasing me. I get a break.
Where'd she tase you at?
My back. I don't know. I think it right about here. The lady with the face tattoo moves back over here and moves to me, gets the taser, starts tasing me. I don't know what exactly happened, but there was a break in them doing things to me. So I reach in the glove compartment, which my dad also keeps a collapsible baton in. I extend it and I start hitting the girls who are attacking me. I get out of the car because
Where do you think you hit him?
that.
In the head?
Yeah.
That's where you're aiming?
Yeah.
Like at their head? Okay.
So the girl in the yellow hoodie says, "Get the gun, get the gun, get the gun," and the girl with the face tattoo turns around and starts heading for the passenger, right over here, the back right passenger side, if you're looking at the back of the car. So at this point, that's where I believe the gun is, because that's where the woman in the yellow hoodie was sitting, and she got up out of the car, got up from her seat, hopped over to the driver's seat over the storage compartment, which is how she got control of the vehicle originally. So I believe it fell out of her, hoodie or wherever she had it, and that the lady with the face tattoo was coming to get it. At this point, I hit her a little bit, and while she turns around, runs away, and at this point, I go into my dad has an RFID chip, a key, and a code for the safe.
You mean the gun safe?
Yes, sir. I rip off the RFID chip from the keychain. I unlock the safe. I grab the gun, rack it because it was not hot, it was not chambered. I rack it and I make it known that I have a gun and that they are not to enter my vehicle anymore and that they need to back off. The girl in the yellow hoodie keeps saying that she needs to grab her shoes and her phone. So I felt that this was just her saying that in order to get in the vehicle to grab the gun, which I believe is in the back right passenger side if you're looking at the back of the vehicle. I tell them numerous times, "No, I will shoot you if you enter the vehicle. I'm so sorry. stressed.
No, you're good, buddy.
So she ends up opening the door, bolts for the passenger side, and then I take aim. I fire at her through the windshield. I don't.
No, let's slow down. Through the windshield or through another window?
So the window right here. I'm sorry, terminology.
No, you're fine. We're just.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We're getting to the point to where what we see on scene versus what you're telling us. We need to make sure you're telling us the exact truth.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So I fire at her, she's what I assume diving for the gun, which that they claim to have.
What did you see her do?
I tinted windows, so I couldn't see anything. I couldn't see much because black on black on black, and she dives for the floor.
She's on the other side of the vehicle from you,
Yes,
right?
so I'm right here.
When you say she dives in there, explain what was she? How?
She opens the door, dives for something. I don't know what at this point. I assume the gun. I take aim because I had informed them numerous times that they're not to enter the vehicle because I was worried that that was where the gun was, because they clearly didn't have it on them, because if so, they would have utilized it, I assume. And so I shot through the window. I make my way around the back of the vehicle this way, and the lady with the face tattoo is also diving for the same thing. So again, I shoot.
Are they both in the vehicle right now, like
No,
trying to get something?
They are right here, kind of on, like, just outside of the vehicle. The lady with the yellow hoodie again reached for something in the vehicle, and to stop her from grabbing what I assume is the gun, I shoot again. And at this point, I realize my gun is empty, and that I'm defenseless because they had said earlier, in fact, whenever they're trying to grab my phone, don't try anything dumb because we have other people on the way. And so at this point, I'm afraid that I'm going to be getting attacked by more people. And so I enter my vehicle, I put it in drive, and I drive away just to get into a more populated area so I'm somewhat more safe. And as soon as I drive around this way, as soon as I get about right here, I ask my car to call 911.
Según su versión, Allison no se alarmó. Al contrario, se lo tomó como una broma. Le habría dicho riendo que si el chico intentaba algo, lo podrían golpear y robarle sus pertenencias. Jennifer afirmó que nunca pensaron que la situación escalaría a la violencia. En su testimonio, también señaló que Aaron comenzó a actuar de forma extraña en el muelle, murmurando frases para sí mismo y mostrando señales de nerviosismo.
So taking you back to the scene, back where all
Yes,
this
sir.
stuff is going on, you shot twice?
I shot a total of 7 times. I shot, I believe, once here, 3 times here.
Your first shot was
Hold on,
into the...
so your dad keeps the gun loaded, like the magazine is full?
Magazine is full,
Okay.
but unchambered.
And you emptied it? Okay. Where were the girls? Were they inside the back of the car when you
They
first shot
were
at them or shot at them?
The girl with the yellow hoodie was half in, half out. Her
Okay.
lower half was outside of the vehicle, upper half was inside.
And then the girl with the face tattoo?
She was standing just behind the threshold to the car.
And what was she
More
doing?
towards the trunk.
Says she was diving over, but
Whenever I started moving around the vehicle to get a better grasp on and control on the situation, she dived inside the vehicle again, reaching for what I assume is the gun, and so I shot 3 or 4 times at her.
I'm
did you
going
ever
to
see
take...
the gun that they were trying to get to?
No. but they stated that they had the gun numerous times, and they kept saying, "Get the gun, get the gun, get the gun." So I assume that is what they were reaching for in the back.
Earlier you said that they said something, that they had a Glock 17, that they said that. How did that come out, that they had a Glock 17?
They were trying to tell me not to do anything stupid whenever, not to try and fight back or do anything whenever they were taking the car. Whenever they were telling me to step out of the car and look, we have a gun, we have a Glock 17, is exactly what they said. Under her sweatshirt, do not try anything stupid, we will not hesitate to shoot you. So that is how that originally came up, and then they stated numerous times throughout the entire interaction to grab said gun.
And you covered your eyes, and you said that that she was yelling to pepper spray you. Did she pepper spray you at all?
Yeah, I believe so. Forehead and hands were burning the entire time I was in the squad car, so that's what I assume it was. I didn't do anything other than get tased and pepper sprayed.
I'm gonna be totally honest. I'm gonna get a search warrant to look at the Snapchat, yours and hers together, and try to see what y'all's in conversation. That's why I want you the opportunity. What did y'all talk about? Even if you think it sounds bad, what did y'all talk about to me?
Okay. She said she was turning 18 soon. I didn't know how soon. So she said, "Hey, look, it's Florida law."
I'm gonna see it anyway. I just want to hear it.
Yep. So originally, I was like, she posted something about Pensacola boys. I'm like, "Oh, I'm not from Pensacola, but what's up?" And she's like, "Oh, hi." And I'm like, "What do you look like exactly again?" And then she sent me a picture of her face tattoo. She looked older, and she said that she was 17, truthfully. And she said that the law is 4 years apart, really. That's, to my knowledge, the actual law.
And how old are you?
18. So, we talked about tattoos. I said, I think that it'd be funny if I got one around my private parts. She said, I think it'd look good. I'm like, you want to see in order to get an opinion on what you think would actually look good around there? And she was like, yeah, sure. And so she got it. She was like, oh, wow, yada, yada, yada. Do you want to hang out? Yeah, sure. So truthfully, that's what I thought was going to happen. If it wasn't happening, I wasn't going to press. I was going to actually actively pursue it. If she came on to me, I wasn't going to stop.
We've been doing this a long time, man. This is all we deal with. So
yes, sir.
You talking to us about anything sexual is not going to offend us. It's not going to surprise us. So you don't have to hold back.
I'm just ashamed, truthfully.
You're 18 years old, man. That's normal. Even if you left one hookup and was going after another hookup. So is that what you guys were going over there? At least you thought you were going over there to hook up?
I honestly didn't think they were going to hook up at that time, no. Truthfully, 100%.
Did you have anything in your mind that you thought was going to go on when you drove over there?
Nope. Especially since she said that we weren't going to be at anybody's house. It was just going to be in public and not exactly my forte.
Well, that's hardly public, especially at around midnight or later.
Whenever I made contact with you at the Waffle House, the first thing you said out of your mouth was, can you take me back to the scene? I can show you around. Yeah. You still down for that?
Yeah.
You still got that much in your gas tank?
Mm-hmm.
Because I think it'll help us see a little bit different than on this piece of paper.
For sure.
Okay.
Finalmente, los agentes lo llevaron de regreso a la escena del crimen. Allí, Aaron reexplicó su versión paso a paso. Su relato coincidía con lo que ya había dicho en la sala de interrogatorio. Ante la consistencia de su testimonio y las dudas sobre las intenciones de las víctimas, los investigadores decidieron mirar más allá. Descubrieron que tan solo 11 días antes, Jennifer y Allison estuvieron involucradas en un incidente similar en Pensacola, donde supuestamente usaron la misma táctica para atraer a un hombre con fines sexuales, robarle su camioneta y luego abandonarla tras un accidente tipo hit and run. Con estos antecedentes, la fiscalía concluyó que Aaron actuó en legítima defensa. No fue acusado por la muerte de Allison DeJeans. Sin embargo, Jennifer Broxson sí fue procesada por homicidio, ya que estaba cometiendo un delito cuando ocurrió la muerte de su cómplice. Hoy permanece en la cárcel, esperando juicio. ¿Crees que Aaron Lawson actuó con justicia o cruzó la línea? Tu opinión importa, déjala en los comentarios. No olvides suscribirte a Confesión Final, darle like al video y activar la campanita para no perderte ningún caso real contado como nunca antes.